Hello guys, Nilesh here back with another tutorial. So today in this video, I will teach you the easiest way to create a render setting for both day and night scene inside V-Ray for SketchUp. So let's get started. Here I have set up an interior scene of a bedroom with a balcony at the right. So pretty much all the light that is going to enter inside the room is coming from this opening. And to make you understand practically, let's put an interactive render. So head to Asset Editor, go to Settings, enable the interactive, and under denoiser select NVIDIA, which is faster compared to V-Ray. Then lower the interactivity to low and keep the render output to 800. As for the update effect, make it rapid. Now just click on interactive button and I will shift it to the corner and close the asset editor. At first we have to adjust the sun position, meaning the direction in which the sun rays are emitting. To do so, click B, scroll down to shadows. Now enable it and you can shift the slider to change it. If you have the plugin called Solar North, position on the floor, then just click and try rotating it and just hit click. Then you can disable the shadows and close the default ray. Next is sun setting. So head to asset editor, open lights, then under sunlight. Here in the interactive render you can see the shadows are very sharp. So if you change the sun multiplier to like 80 or 90, then you can see the changes. Now the shadows are less sharper and more blurry. Now let's try increasing the intensity to 5. This way more light is going to fill inside the room. And if you feel the room is more warm, then just change the color mode from filter to override. This way it will blend both the yellow and white light that is coming from sun and the environment, making it look realistic. And here if you want to decrease the horizon, the dusty finish at the end, just head down to ground albedo and under horizon offset, give it value of 20. This way it will remove all the horizon effect at the back. Now I will just minimize the asset editor and go outside of the scene. Disable the section cut and I will select rectangle light. Then just hold shift, click the endpoints outside the window and give it a direction, then another left click. Now I will move back to the scene, open the asset editor and under rectangle light, give a directionality of 0.7, enable the portal light, then change from simple to accurate. This way the rectangle light will bounce on the wall by filling more light inside the room. And that's pretty much it for setting up a day scene. So this is the result after the render, and here is a quick comparison between before and after adding objects. So I'll just zoom in a little. Looks pretty good, right? Okay, so let's start creating a night scene. In this way, we'll try to reduce light as much as possible because unlike day, we don't get that much light during night time. At first, head to Asset Editor and under Lights. We don't need rectangle light, so you can delete or disable it. Now the room looks little darker. As for the sunlight, try lowering the intensity multiplier to 0.4. This way it will reduce the sun brightness, making it look like a nighttime effect. And now on the sky model, change the preset from Hosak to Pritham. This way the color will change to a purple tone. Now under the color, select it and change it from white to a bluish tone. And now close it. So here we are trying to replicate the nighttime effect by blending two color, that is blue and purple. Now just disable the sunlight and go to setting, and under environment, here under background, change the value from 1 to 0.4. Then hit enter. And if you open the bitmap, the environment will take the values of the sunlight that we had made the changes earlier. Now to brighten up the scene a little bit, head to settings and under camera, change the exposure value from 14 to 9. And that's pretty much it for a night setting. This is the result after the render, and here you can see a quick comparison between before and after adding objects. I'll zoom a little, scroll it down and move this slider. So this was before and this is after adding the object. Looks pretty good, right? So that's pretty much it for today. Also, thank you guys for watching. Stay inspired guys. See you in the next video.